Good morning. My name is Joanne Tanner, and I'm coming to you from the beauty of my backyard. I am part of the Alliance, which is the Carleton Memorial United Church in Ottawa and the St. Andrew's United Church in Buckingham. And I want to thank you all for stopping by on such a beautiful day. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about how I've been feeling this week, and maybe you can relate to it. I've been having a rough time. I have to be honest. I have a feeling of heaviness. It's not depression and it's not sadness. It's just heaviness. I think Eric was right. We've been in this pandemic now for 7 weeks, and 7 weeks is the normal time for mourning. We're mourning a lifestyle and a freedom that we've taken for granted in the past. I came across this passage and it kind of resonated with me. It's from Isaiah 41, verse 10. I have chosen you and have not cast you away. Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. Yes, I will help you. At times like this, we've been taught to leave all our problems at Jesus' feet. And I believe this, and I do try to do this. Not always successfully, but I do try. But then sometimes I wonder if Jesus can relate at all to what we're going through right now. I mean, after all, the Bible is over 2,000 years old. How could it possibly be relevant to what we're experiencing now? So I decided to have a little look at that. Does Jesus know anything about poverty? These two verses shed some light on that. Reading from Luke 9, verse 57 to 58. As they were walking along the road, a man said to him, I will follow you wherever you go. Jesus replied, Foxes have dens and birds have nests, but the Son of Man has no place to lay his head. And reading from Corinthians 4, verse 11 to 13, To this very hour we go hungry and thirsty. We are in rags. We are brutally treated. We are homeless. We work hard with our hands. We are cursed. When we are cursed, we bless. When we are persecuted, we endure. When we are slandered, we answer kindly. We have become the scum of the earth and the garbage of the world, right up to this moment. During his ministry, Jesus was homeless. But instead of focusing on that, he focused on his mission. His purpose was not to become wealthy on earth, but to be generous. His purpose wasn't to build up treasures on earth, but rather treasures in heaven. Jesus knew poverty, and if we're impoverished, hopefully we can try to have the attitude of Jesus. Okay, so Jesus knows about poverty, but how about being busy? Reading from Mark 6, verses 30 to 34, the apostles gathered around Jesus and reported to him all they had done and taught. Then, because so many people were coming and going as they did not even have a chance to eat, he said to them, Come with me by yourselves to a quiet place and get some rest. So they went away by themselves in a boat to a solitary place, but many who saw them leaving recognized them and ran on foot from all towns and got there ahead of them. When Jesus landed, he saw a large crowd, and he had compassion on them because they were like sheep without a shepherd. So he began to teach them many things. The years he did his ministry was like a jam-packed to-do list. Oftentimes, it seemed like there was no breathing room. Jesus got up early knowing he needed to get away somewhere and have some much-needed time with his Father. He didn't get up while it was dark because he couldn't sleep. He knew this was the only time he would have to replenish himself. And we need to do that too. If Jesus needed to get away to pray, how much more do we need to make sure that we don't neglect our prayers? Sometimes, even though there's so much more work to be done, no matter how hard it is, we need to give ourselves permission to take a break. Have you ever felt all alone in the world? Ever feel like there's no one in the world who really cares or really understands? Was there a time in your life when all your supposed good friends deserted you when you needed them the most? Jesus knows what that's like too. Reading from Mark 14, verses 27 to 31. You will fall away, Jesus told them, for it is written, I will strike the shepherd and the sheep will be scattered. But after I have risen, I will go ahead of you into Galilee, Peter declared. Even if all falls away, I will not, truly, I tell you. Jesus answered, Today, yes, tonight, before the rooster crows twice, you yourself will disown me 3 times. But Peter insisted emphatically, Even if I have to die with you, I will never disown you. And all the others said the same. Jesus must have felt very alone during these horrific events. And then the ultimate abandonment, when his Father had to turn his back on him as he took on our sins on the cross. The closest relationship that could ever be, now torn apart, and there was never a greater distance between the Father and his Son. Jesus went through all of this for us. So yes, even over 2,000 years later, Jesus can relate to anything and everything that we are going through. So yes, take all your feelings of grief, anxiety, depression, despair, and anything else that you're feeling, and lay it at his feet. Jesus has your back. I have chosen you, and I have not cast you away. Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. Yes, I will help you. So stay safe, stay blessed, be a blessing. Until next time.